Hello everyone, how is everyone doing today? And today we are here to do Season 3 of the Bolton Road to Glory. Just before I get into this, make sure in the description down below you go and follow us on Twitch, where we will be finishing off this Road to Glory on there, and then we'll be posting highlights on the YouTube channel as the weeks kind of go by. As you can see here, we're just giving some players some new contracts. As you can see, the Season 1 Wonder Kid, Patrick Sim, is getting a new contract. The now 17-year-old is becoming more and more our most important player. And then the next person who's another important player is Dennis Politich. We give him a new contract. I would love to have it that we keep Politich for the entire career mode, because I would love to have someone from Season 1 who's still in the first team that we didn't buy, obviously. I'm assuming Alfie Bates is probably going to be in the squad come the end of the series as well. He's another player who I believe in a second we will see get another contract extension. I believe? Yes. So as you can see, he's 75 rated. He's another player who I feel from Season 1 who's been an impressive buy. We got him on the cheap, and yeah, I feel it's done really well for us. We're not really giving him an extension, we're just going to give him some extra wages. It's just to try and keep him happy. Obviously now the finances of us being in the Championship are a lot healthier, so we can afford to give people much higher contracts. And then the next person is a free transfer who we come in and going for. It's Axel Twanzebe from United. Absolutely insane that we managed to pick this guy up on a free transfer. I feel sometimes you get in the position where you need to get a crucial player in your squad, and just finding someone like this to go in our back line next to Howard Bellis, I think is just amazing. And then the next person who we're going for is Freddie Woodman. We do sell Bazunu. He never really cut it for me, Bazunu. He has really good potential, but we did sell him onto Bournemouth. But Freddie Woodman is the replacement. 76 rated, much higher rated. Looks a really good player. I've wanted to sign him for quite a while on this FIFA. He's always stood out to me as looking like a very good keeper. So it's just really nice just to finally manage to get to use him. And I'm recording this as of near the end of the season, and I can safely say he's been rock solid for us this season. He's really done a lot to propel us forward. You know, Bazunu would make a lot of errors, whether that be age related or just stats related. He just seemed very error prone last season, and I wasn't confident in the Championship with that. The next person who we're going for though is Santiago Sosa. I wanted a bit more steel in midfield, so finding this Argentinian on a free transfer seems really logical. He looks a really good player, amazing stats, and again, to get such a key player on a free transfer is just amazing. As we go in for the first game of the season, just a couple of things you will see. Anwene in the team. We did pick him up on a at the end of last season, but it just wasn't in the series. So we pick up here at the first game of the season against Brentford. As you can see, big Taiwo on the ball. You can see that strength there coming in handy, just holding the play up. Obviously, Maguire is really good, and Sean Maguire and Ricky J. Jones off the bench is going to be good. But look at this, Taiwo, just unbelievable to have that have that strength, have that just extra finishing ability. You know, you see here, just picks out the corner really well. He, at the start of the move, has a lot of strength on him, and that is just what I wanted at the start of the season. As you see here, though, in the second half, we do pick the ball. Sim pushes the ball into Politich. Politich goes forward with it. Nice cut backwards. Cuts in, and then Maguire, who came on, puts the ball in the net. But unfortunately, it was offside. As you can see, it's nice still to see that we have players like Sean Maguire who can come off the bench and can make the difference. Obviously, we saw last season Maguire was instrumental in our push for promotion. And then, as you can see here, Patrick Sim gets put through on goal, and he doesn't miss them. He is honestly an insane talent. He's probably the best academy product I've ever had in FIFA. And we do get the lovely second goal there. Really composed finish again to slot it underneath the keeper. Amazing stuff. So then 2-0. So now you're starting to think, yeah, this result couldn't go wrong, could it? So Brentford come forward with the ball. They didn't really, throughout this game, they didn't really threaten all that much. They kind of were very passive in their play. First half, it was pretty much all us. But as you can see here, Mitchell nips in. Can't get it though. Canos comes forward. Tony. Heard a lot about him, but he being really good in FIFA this year. But he didn't really trouble me in this game. But we get the ball on the counter attack. Sim gets through, and then Sean Maguire. We know what happens here. No one's catching him. Sean Maguire, and just about we make it 3-0. What a finish! Really composed, lovely counter attacking football. Brilliant ball by Sim to weigh that ball well, and yeah, it's just really nice just to see that we get in these positions where now we're at the point where we can clinically finish off a team. So then 3-0. And I, to be honest with you, at this point, kind of switched off quite a lot. You know, I never kind of thought in my head that I would bottle a 3-0 lead, but Mbuemu comes forward with the ball, lots of pace on him. And this is where you start to see us get a bit messy. As you can see there, we can't clear our lines. Jensen comes forward with the ball. Sergi Canos gets the ball, and it's 3-1. Really poor by us. We couldn't clear our lines. Really poor play on my part. I should have just cleared it. I tried being too fancy, too cute with the ball, and we got made to pay. Going further into the game, we reached the 80th minute. Rico Henry gets the ball, cuts in on our player, and then Ivan Toney, been quite all game, but you know, you can't keep him quiet. He's a hard one to keep quiet. But 3-2, and now it gets nervy, and I really panicked at this point because it was like, oh my god, like we're really struggling now. But we still come forward with the ball. But then, 89th minute, we held out. We had been resolved for most of the game, and then, yeah, I just don't know. The marking by, I believe it was Axel Tuanzebe, awful on Jensen, and we bottle a 3-0 lead. And to be honest with you, like at the start of the season, I was quite happy though. To be honest with this 3-3 with a really good team, you take that. I'm aware the team's decent, but it's not too bad. We tried forcing an opportunity there, but Sim unfortunately couldn't get out the end of it. The defenders did really well. So it's just a bit of an update on the team. So as you can see, this is how the team looks at the minute. As you can see, Sim 79 along with Sims and Politic 80. So we're starting to get some really high rated players in the squad now. And here's a look at our second team. As you can see, we did get Joe Willock halfway through the season on a free transfer. I was really confused as to how we managed to get him. And then we'll just have a quick look into our youth players. Who we have got. So in the youth academy, we have two players who are, I think, near to having first team football. The first is going to be Freeman. I kind of get the feeling that next season he's going to be a mainstay in our team. And then the next one is Ellis Thompson at right back, looking really good. So then we go to the point where we can secure promotion, and this is where we will be picking up from tomorrow on stream. Bolton 97 points, Norwich 84. We had secured promotion, but I felt like just simming the Norwich game was going to be the better option. As you can see though, we go into it. And this is the first time me doing this, the sim match. I've not done this all year. I've been playing the games, but I think for stream's sake, we're probably going to sim this games just so we can get a few seasons into the future. As you can see, they have a cracking squad, Norwich. You know, Cantwell, Still, Buendia, Aarons, Krul, Alexis Blin. You know, there's a couple of, very nice players that, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind, I really would not mind signing next season. So, Norwich, for the majority of this game, just absolutely were all over us. Like, I don't know whether this is just a thing with Norwich, that they're just naturally a very possession-heavy team, but we just could not get our foot on the ball throughout this game. As you can see, with 10 minutes in, we had 8% of the ball. Really unfortunate. But Norwich come forward, hovering around our box. It was very hard to kind of sort them out. But the first shot they put wide, I've got to say, probably should have scored that. I think, there you've got to get it in. As you can see there, Sim putting some pressure on, and then as well, I believe 13 is Sosa getting some possession in, and then Norwich come forward again, finding those corners really well. We seem quite open on that wing. Mitchell, been a bit like, at times, hard for him on defence. A lot of good wingers seem to really put him under the pressure. But I'm happy. As you can see, though, finally we break forward with the ball. Ball slots into Sim, and Bolton Wanderers take the lead. It's one of our own. 13% possession, one shot. All we need. Bolton Wanderers are heading to the Premier League in style as things stand, and oh my. It felt so much better to know that it was an academy prospect, an academy graduate who was the one who gave us that goal. And I'm going to be honest with you, I really did celebrate this goal at 3 a.m. To my dad's annoyance. But as we go further into the second half, we just start to kind of get our foot on the ball a bit more. Norwich still battering us, but obviously we're being a bit more clinical with the ball. Sim going forward the ball there, couldn't quite squeeze through. And then John's tries to swing one in, can't as well get it in, which is unfortunate. Potentially looking at replacing John next season. I don't know if a 73 rated is going to be high enough in the Premier League. I've got a few ideas of who I would want to go for, but I think for now it's a case that we probably need to do some we just get some small improvements in the squad. But there you go, half time then. As you can see, we are at the point of doing pretty well. As you can see, the bench is really stacked. A few academy players, and as well we've got the likes of Willock and Mahoney on the bench. So the second half does start then, and limited things change. Obviously, just bringing Ricky J. Jones on, add a bit more pace up front, try to strain that Norwich defence. Now they're a bit tired. Obviously, Taiwo's not the quickest of players. He's more of a hold-up player. But he's very powerful on the ball, very strong, got a good finish on him. That's why I signed him. But obviously, I would love it that Ricky J. Jones next season probably gets more football, as he's probably got a higher ceiling than Taiwo, but we'll have to wait and see. Norwich again pressuring the lines, but we're just defensively being very, very sound. Having Sosa and having Bates as our sitters really helps the defense, because it kind of can, on the defense, it kind of slots into a back six. So it's very hard for the spaces to be found for Norwich to really get clinical shots off, which I want going into the Premier League, because obviously we're going to come up against much better defenses. But next season's going to be a different beast. Obviously, we came up against Newcastle twice this season, who have an insane squad, and we struggled both times against them. So it's going to be really a case that we're going to have to really, really dig our heels in next season in the Premier League. We're going to buy smart next season, and hope that that's all enough. As you can see there, though, we're threatening there for a second. At the minute, only having one shot on goal, but that one goal was the shot that did give us the win in the game. Spoilers, but yeah, as you can see, we ride our luck quite a lot. Norwich hit the crossbar. To be honest with you, going into this game, because I knew obviously we're already up, I just thought it'd be a bit more fun for us to kind of show ourselves against more of a higher opposition. The game before this, we played against Rotherham, who were already relegated, so it was kind of a case that for me, I was like, we're probably going to win anyway, so it's just, might as well show Norwich a bit of a harder team. Get to see where the boys could be at next season when we play against, as I said, much higher opposition. But as you can see, there we go, all over. Patrick Sim on the 29th minute puts us into the Barclays Premier League, where I will see you guys for next week. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you're there. As I said, link is in the description down below to go and follow us, to go follow our Twitch account. Make sure you're there. It's going to be amazing. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. Peace.